A sense of peace, a life review, a tunnel with light. These are the common impressions of near-death experiences.
And many people are convinced that they've gone to another place, perhaps a glimpse of the afterlife. Tonight, Luke Moretti continues a special report looking at the phenomenon.
The mystery of death.
All of us are going to die at some point in time.
Does the world we know suddenly go dark and silent? Or is there another dimension, a mystical door that opens to a new and glorious afterlife?
The light was so bright, it was brighter than the sun.
Julia Karanowski of Niagara Falls remembers traveling to a place of absolute love, where she was greeted by deceased family members and a friend.
They were as alive as we are right here in this room.
The year was 1974. Julia was having surgery and remembers hearing a nurse in the operating room.
She said, "Oh my God, we've lost her." And there was a light, a tiny speck, millions of miles away, seemed like. And I thought, I'll go there.
She's convinced it was a near-death experience.
We've gone from people not knowing what an NDE is to now it's pretty much a household word.
Diane Corcoran is a retired Army colonel who served as a nurse in the Vietnam War. That's where she first encountered near-death stories of wounded soldiers.
I knew it was important to them. I knew it was important to the field. I just didn't know what it was at that time.
Since then, Corcoran has made it her mission to explore the near-death experience phenomena. These days, she serves as president of the International Association for Near-Death Studies.
Many people will say it's their spirit, it's their self, it's their soul moving to another place.
There's been much written on the subject of near-death and out-of-body experiences. Some scientists point to an altered or enhanced state of consciousness, likely caused by some physiological or psychological side effect.
There's this assumption that, if you can't measure it, it's not scientific, it's not real. And I think that's a false assumption.
Dr. David Holmes is a professor of family medicine and director of global health education at the University at Buffalo. He says there are many unanswered questions surrounding near-death experiences that should not be dismissed as nonsense.
Just because you don't understand something doesn't mean you just blow it off and say, oh, that's ridiculous, it can't be true. That's not science. Science is saying we don't understand it, let's try to figure out ways to understand it.
We really don't think this is part of the brain, that it's a physical thing that's happening. It's scientists have difficulty with the word spiritual experience.
Julia Karanowski is convinced that for a short time she died on the operating table 40 years ago and was given a rare glimpse of what death looks like.
If they don't believe it, they don't believe it. So, what's it got to do with me? I'm the one who had the experience. That's their problem if they don't want to believe it.
I don't think they're all lying or making it up, and I don't think it's all hallucinations. I think there's something very real about that.
I've been waiting all these years to go back. It's a wonderful place. Absolutely the best. There's nothing can match it on earth.
Many people say these experiences have a profound impact on their lives. For them, it's very real and sometimes life-changing.
But as you point out, it's not without controversy.
No, it's not. You're absolutely right. There's a lot of debate in the scientific community over what's really happening, but I think many people agree that if nothing else, this is an area that needs more research.
More research.
Fascinating.
A lot of people talking about it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Luke.
Okay.